Hey there, so in the third video of the Core 4 series, we are going to tackle print and cut projects. Now, a perfect example of a print and cut project would be to create something like stickers, which is exactly what we're going to do with this watercolor flower image here. So I'm on freepik.com, which is a great resource, and I will link this file below the video so you can follow along. If you ever use something from Freepik, just make sure that you go ahead and abide by all of their copyright regulations. So I'm just going to go ahead and instead of even having to download it, I'm just going to use the basic image that it has here. Now the only downside of this image is that it has a white background and we want to make it a transparent background. So there's a great resource to remove backgrounds. You just need to go ahead and copy the link of this image. So you can just right click and copy image address. And then you can come to remove.bg, which again, I'll link below the video. And you can just click this little button here to paste the URL. And then go ahead and paste in that image address we just copied and hit OK. And then just like that, it does this fantastic job of going ahead and removing the background from all of those flowers. So at that point, you can just right click on the image and copy it. And we'll come into Inkscape and then just right click and paste to bring in that image. So here we have all of our various flowers, and if we were to just go ahead and upload this to Design Space and try to print and cut with it, it would probably have some trouble because you can see that there's all these little circles and then the super skinny stems, and trying to cut around those would probably be kind of messy and not have a great result. So that's why I highly recommend creating that background layer when you're doing stickers. It just gives it that more professional sticker look. So I'm going to go ahead and when I create stickers, I like to come to File, Document Properties, and then turn on the checkerboard background with this little button here. And that allows you to see any white pieces so that they don't blend into the page. Okay, so to create our stickers, we'll just go ahead and we need to establish the path around the flowers. And since they're currently images, the easiest way to do that is by creating a trace silhouette. So to do that, we're going to come to Path, Trace Bitmap. And this is super, super cool. You can just use the single scan option and use brightness cutoff from that drop down. And then you just turn the brightness threshold really high so that it captures pretty much everything in the image. So I did 0.95 here, and then I just hit OK. So you'll see it just creates a basic silhouette of that flower design. And then just like we did in the name decal video, we're going to create that offset. So we'll come to Path, Dynamic Offset, and then just pull on that little node to create the offset. Now I know it looks kind of funny because there's a lot of holes inside, but it's super easy. We're just going to fill those in with a Path Break Apart and then Path Union. So now we have all of our background pieces here, and we can easily go ahead and send those to the back and then turn them white. And we have that professional sticker look, and it'll be much, much easier for our machine to cut around our sticker now. Now, since these flowers are images and they're not vectors, so they don't have nodes around them and we can't edit out the layers, we need to go ahead and export these stickers as PNGs so they upload very easily into our cutting software. So we can just go ahead and select around them and then come to File, Export PNG Image. And then just make sure you have selection here clicked. And under the DPI, You can probably do somewhere like 200 to 300 just to make sure it's nice and high. And then click export as, and I'm just gonna put it on my desktop as watercolor flowers stickers and hit save. Now here's an easy mistake. People think that it already exported, but you still need to go ahead and click that export button here. And that's gonna actually perform the export. So now it's ready to go ahead and upload to Design Space. So here we are back in Design Space, and we'll click upload and upload image, and then browse for that watercolor sticker set we just created and hit open. And we're gonna save as complex and continue. And you don't need to do anything with the background, it's already transparent. You'll hit continue. And then very important, you just wanna make sure that you save as a print then cut image and save. So now we can insert into our project here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do this one on top. So here's a little trick. If you wanna get rid of any of these others or separate them out, just go ahead and grab a shape, and you can unlock the dimensions and just place that so that it's overlapping the ones you want to separate out. And then we'll select both and slice. And we'll go ahead and get rid of everything here that we don't want. Just click delete, and we're left with just this sticker that we want. Now at this point you can go ahead and resize it. So I'm gonna do like a 3-inch sticker, but you can do whatever size you want. And then you'll see that it's already set to print and cut because we uploaded it as a print and cut image, and we don't even need to flatten it. And you can tell that we have it correctly set as a print and cut because it says it right here, and under fill it's listed as print right here. So now we can go ahead and click make it, and you'll know it's also a print and cut because it has those registration marks around it. Now, instead of wasting a sheet, you may want to go ahead and just create as many copies as will fit on that same sticker sheet. So I'm just increasing the copies and hitting apply. Looks like about 12 will fit. So I'll go ahead and do 12. And these are going to be perfect. You can like put them on the back of envelopes to seal them. That's like a really, really fun way to use them. So we'll just go ahead and hit continue and then click send to printer. And since we already have that white background piece around it, you can turn off the bleed. That basically just adds extra ink if you're cutting all the way to the edge. But again, since we have that offset layer, we can turn that off. And then you'll select your printer and click print. And make sure that you have your sticker sheet loaded in your printer ready to go. Now the cut setting will depend on the sticker paper you're using. I'll link the one that I like and I'm using below the video. So for my sticker sheet, I like to go ahead and use the washi sheet setting. So if you have the Explore series, you'll want to set your dial to custom and then click to browse all materials and search for a washi sheet and then just hit enter and you'll find it right here. And you can just select it and then hit done. And for the pressure, I like to set it to more. And that works well for the sticker sheet that I use. Okay, so once it's printed out, it'll look like this. And then you'll go ahead and just load this printed sheet into the upper left corner of your cutting mat and just smooth it down and then load it in your machine. And click to cut. Now you'll see it'll read the registration marks around it to tell it where to cut, and then it'll go ahead and cut all around it. And then you can unload the mat, and you'll see you have these professional looking stickers with that beautiful buffer room around it, and they just easily pull right off. and look like stickers that you would buy in a store. And I just love using these to close envelopes to kind of add a little something extra. So hope you enjoyed this fun tutorial and learned all about how to do print and cut projects with your Cricut.